welcome to today's tutorial and demo. I am going to be trying out the colors of our new Inner Fire limited edition eyeshadow palette. Isn't it gorgeous? I think it's so pretty. Love the colors, both of them. This is Inner Fire, and then we have Outer Glow, which is, oops, I saw the protector sheet in there, which are these ones, a little more purpley, pinky, warm colors. So beautiful, both of them. I'm very excited to try them all. But for today, I will be doing the Inner Fire one. There are 6 different shades in here. I'm trying not to show you my dirty countertop through the mirror. We've got the shades, see if I can read them off from here. Ignited Ivory, Gold Greatness, Radiant Bronze. And then down underneath there we have Bring It Brown, Fiery Coral, and Hot Clay. Those are the 6 shades in the Inner Fire palette. So my goal for today is to kind of go in layers to demonstrate how you can use this palette to do an either like super simple, basic, everyday wear and slowly like vamp it up for increased levels of glam and sparkle, if you will. So to start, for everyday looks, wow, okay, you're just gonna see some of my dirty counters, so pretend you didn't see it. I love to choose like kind of a pretty neutral, could either do shimmer or a matte. For me, I'm gonna go with this matte one to start. So let me get my brush here. Start with my all over eyeshadow brush. And this one, oh yeah, packs on a lot of color. So just gonna tap off some of the excess and apply all over my eyelid. Now I do already have eyeshadow, eye primer, that's what it's called. Primer on my eyelids for extra grip and bolder color payoff. If you wear powder eyeshadows a lot, an eye primer is an excellent investment because it helps with the wear, the color, long lastingness, kind of all the things. Okay, so I am just starting off with a very gentle amount, not too much. A little bit more in there because I'm planning to build. I know I don't want to start with too much, and I'm not gonna lie, this one is definitely going on a little more orange than I was expecting. It looked a little more sandy colored on here, but on me we're looking at a bit more orange, but that's okay. I have blue eyes, and orange is actually a very complementary color for blue, so there you have your little bit of color theory for today. So you could, call it good with this. Just a really simple wash of one color. That would be great. I do, when I'm doing a little bit, but not a lot, to vamp things up a bit, I do like to go for a shimmer. So in this case, I could go either this more red one or the golden, and I think I'm gonna choose a golden. Let me see, it's called Radiant Bronze, excuse me. I'm gonna go for the bronze. So for this one, I'm just going to use my finger, just a little gentle rub, and then straight onto the middle of my eyelid. Ooh, wow. Okay, I thought I got a little bit. That was a lot. That's okay. We can blend it out. Oh my goodness. That was so much. Okay. Little goes a long way. I feel like I'm forever repeating that refrain in my Mary Kay business because it's true. Our products are so highly pigmented and really concentrated skincare. Like, you really only need a dot for most things. So, okay, what I intended to just be like a little subtle wash of shimmer on my eyelid has now become a whole thing. I'm not gonna take it too far into the inner corner because I have plans for that later. But I also didn't really get enough of the base color in there, so I am gonna put a bit more of the base in there so it's not totally just empty skin. Yeah, okay, so easy way to just kind of step up your simple like matte eyeshadow from level 1 to level 2 would be add a bit of shimmer. Gives you, a bit of sparkle, shimmer, shine, whatever it may be, without being so over the top. My next step, and you could do this at any point, to be honest, kind of depends on your personal preference. Inner corner lightening is so big. It's a valuable little hack or trick, just to kind of brighten up your whole eye and make sure it's not too dark and shadowy in here. So I'm using the lightest, in this case, shimmer color. And I'm just going to, okay, switch brushes. This is the eye smudger brush, but it's also like, it's a blunt round tip. So I'm gonna just stick it right in there. This one is a lot more, it's like powdery, not powdery, very, very flaky shimmer. But shimmers are great for lightening up the inner corner. That can be really helpful. So just a touch there, and I did intentionally carry it to my lower eyelid as well a little bit. So there we go. Even just comparing to my other side, you can tell it's just a little bit lighter and brighter. I feel like in my non-camera it's a little more obvious, but we'll just make sure it's all good and really lit up in there. Okay. So that is another thing you can do either with your single wash and a bit of brightness in the inner corner, or as you're adding your levels of Glam and Sparkle, hitting the inner corner with a lighter shade is very helpful. Just making you look a little more alert, adds a little more flair in there if you want it to be sparkly or not. Next step up is going to be a more dramatic crease. So crease and outer corner, excuse me. So in this case, I'm taking my eye crease brush and I'm gonna go for the dark color here. In this case, it is Bring It Brown, and I'm gonna bring it. Okay, so I've done like level 1, level 2, I guess inner corner could be like 2.5, so this would be like a level 3. So I've got the darkest corner and our eye crease brush is angled. So I'm going to just kind of stick it like right in that corner. I want to deposit the most color on the outer corner of my eye, and I'm kind of doing like a V shape. Hopefully you can tell. Oh yeah, you can tell. So V shape in the corner, and then I build from there. Kind of fill in that little corner that I just drew, or placed rather. Refill my brush a little bit. And with dark colors, I learned my lesson with the gold one. Just start with a little bit. You can always add more. It's not so easy to take away if you get too much. So I'm just gonna be a little more cautious moving forward with how much I start with. You can carry up and into your crease a little bit or a lot if you want to. I personally try not to actively apply fresh product beyond the middle of my, I just got some right there, beyond the middle of my crease, or of my eyelid, I guess. Okay, it's looking kind of messy. Oh yeah, I'm doing a terrible job. This is fabulous. I'm so out of practice doing these. Okay, I'm doing a pretty bad job of getting this color on here, but it's okay. We're gonna fix it. So as long as most of it's deposited in the outer corner. How did I even do that? That's hilarious. There's so much where it doesn't belong. I'm gonna have to do some fixing afterwards, but this is where our magic brush comes in. This is our eye blending brush. It's a little more soft, floofy. This one, yeah, I'm just gonna go get it right in that corner and start swirling and twirling, and then you can kind of carry it sweeping up and around for the crease. This one blends the colors together, kind of softens it out, and you can do this like apply product and then blend it out, apply more, blend it out as much as your heart desires until you get your preferred look. So okay, so you can tell already I do still have some a little too low on my eye. I'm gonna have to clean that up after. But that really helps soften it up a lot. Now looking, I can see it almost looks like I have a horizontal line across here for where I applied my product and then where I didn't. And because I have to deal with hooded eyes, kind of always got to carry it a little bit higher. So I'm gonna get a little bit more up here where you can see it when my eyes are open. This is, again, just what's left of the darkest color on my brush here. I don't want to apply too much. Yep, and blend and smooth it out. And there you go. I'm gonna see if I can have an idea. I'm gonna need some like makeup remover to get that last darkness off, but that's okay. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors of eyeshadow on my eye. And if you want, you can add more. I usually cap myself out at 4. In this case, the base color that I did was completely dwarfed by the shimmer that I added on top, which was an accident. Normally there'd be a little bit more in the base that's kind of, you know, a solid foundation for that, but it's okay. I am still learning too, and this is my very first time using these products, so I'm learning, and I guess I get to teach you by learning the hard way. A little goes a long, long, long way. So I want a little more brightness in here, so I'm just adding a little bit more there. You could add more shimmer, more dark. I honestly feel like I could go darker, but I know once I put mascara on, it'll pull it together better, so I'm not gonna worry about that yet. I am very tempted though by this gold color. I kind of want to stick some right here, so why not? I'm gonna do it. Okay. So I don't know why I'm talking so quietly. Okay, so I have just the teeniest amount. I barely touched it. You can't even tell I touched it. And I'm just gonna go right in the center. Oh, pretty. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. Yes, I love that. That's like a sunset, which was the inspiration for these palettes, sunrise and sunset, by the way. Okay, so fun. I think I better stop there or I might turn it into a muddy mess and I don't want that. So I am going to do my other eye and then add mascara and show you the finished product. But that is, hopefully this made sense. That is like kind of a nice and easy way that you can build upon a single color to either go way more glam, maybe more smoky eye, whatever, or to just tone it back and just wear one or two shades as a more everyday, go to work acceptable type of eyeshadow look. And that's a wrap. This is the finished look. Same eyeshadow amounts and applications on each eyelid. All I did was add mascara and blush because I realized I forgot to put my blush on. But it looks nice. The mascara really pulls it together. I always think that when I'm doing eyeshadow that's anything more than just one simple color, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is looking like a lot, like way too much. Is it gonna be okay? Am I gonna look totally ridiculous? And as soon as mascara goes on, it's like, oh yeah, that's fine. If you wanted to add even more depth or drama, you can take like an eyeliner brush or just a thin smudger brush or something, and you can take one of the medium or darker shades, usually go for matte, not sparkle, and you can run it or smudge it right along your lower lash line here, and that will add even more depth and drama for you. But for me, I'm gonna leave it where it's at and just add some lip balm. This is one of our new limited edition shades for the season. I chose Coral Blaze because I feel like I'm wearing orange up here. It's from a cute orange palette. Might as well put some coral tones on my lips. So I slap some on. It's so incredibly silky smooth. Like, look at that. I just use it and it's like, will it focus? Hello, focus. It's so shimmery. Just a tinted lip balm. Ta-da! Feels good. Looks good, in my opinion, anyway. And that's it. Thank you for watching.